All right, what's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. I'm here with my boy Ben. Just showed up, spur of the moment. So I said, get your ass in here. We're going live. So I will post the link in the comment section on YouTube. It's been having problems lately, so hopefully it'll work out. I just trying to do the live FPV flight with the Typhoon H with what I named him Little Snooch for Snooch always hooking me up. I tried to do a FPV flight with him, but the connection was fucking terrible, dude. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the shitty ass weather outside. So, that kind of sucked. But hopefully it's not just YouTube in general or whatever, and this other crap will work. Like a couple of people did get notifications. What up, Paul? How you doing, buddy? All right, so there is the link. Hopefully it works. We have been having problems lately where the links have not been working. I don't know what's going on with fucking YouTube and all that good shit, man. So that kind of sucks. Let me put this up here. Let me pop out the chats and put it over here. Paul, I was just watching your new video about the Tree of Life. So tell me, what do you think, Paul? Did you watch the whole video? Well, for those of you who don't know, including Ben, since he just arrived, I believe I have made a discovery of the Tree of Life existing in, or there's a depiction of the Tree of Life in Nazca, Peru. You know where the Nazca lines are? There are these giant geoglyphs that are all over the ground in the desert.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and there's one depiction. What up, James? Of that everyone just said was just scribble. It was nothing. And as I looked at it, I was like, no, that's a depiction of the Tree of Life. And I actually made a whole video on it. I think I've got some pretty compelling evidence in just what it looks like in general, man. Well, if you see what the if you know what the Tree of Life looks like. So this is it right here. Can you see this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, no, people just took those as that's the Cabal crap the tree. What? I'm not sure what that means, Native Voyager. Hey, what up, Sean? Live connections interrupted me, but it was really interesting at the start. Yeah, so I don't know if you made it past the start, but I believe that I have found a depiction of the Tree of Life in Nazca, Peru. And you have to look at all the other depictions of the Tree of Life from ancient Sumeria, Assyria, Babylonia, Sumeria, Egypt, even Mexico. I caught a minute of the new video. Really cool. I mean, you guys got to finish it, dude, so you can see what's up, see what the ending shows, man, because that's the cool shit, dude. Cabal is the Asian Bible. The Tree of Life is depicted very strongly in it. No. The Cabal is a mystical belief in the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the New Testament, which is also the first 5 books of the Old Testament. That's what the Cabal is. So just so you know. In fact, I even show a depiction of the Tree of Life from the Cabal in there, overlaid with the flower of life, and show you their correspondence and all that good stuff. What up, Cubid? How you doing, buddy?
Hello, not so bad. I won't be able to stay on, unfortunately. I'm off to bed in about 20 minutes.
That's okay, man. I'm probably not going to stay on
full...
too long anyway, but what'd you say?
I watched the full video. I found it extremely interesting, and you could well be onto something there.
I think I am Cupid. I'm telling you, that design in Nazca is not just some random lines. That's an actual pictograph or a geoglyph, like the rest of the lines are, or like how the monkey and the hummingbird and the spaceman and all those other things. I think it's just like those, and it's just no one has ever figured out that it's in fact a depiction of the tree of life. And what makes me believe that is if you look at the tree of life, how it's depicted. I mean, let me see here. See, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let me put this on big screen. All right, so share my screen. Bam. All right, so actually I need to move this over here so you guys can see all that. Close these out. Stupid notifications. All right. Let's see. Why can't I make that big? All right. So as you can see right here, I have the tree of life right here. But I mean, no, most people are used to looking at it like, let me see. From the opposite position coming from the road. Again, stupid thing. They're looking at it like this, and it just looks like a bunch of scribble. They don't make any. There's no actual pattern here, and it doesn't look like the rest of the Nazca lines do, which are a single line that's just followed and it's continuous all the way through. Whereas this one is not continuous. You have the center, the stalk of the trunk of the tree of life, and then you have the limbs of it. And notice right here. Let me see. If you look at it this way, I mean, you can really see the stalk of it. You can really see all the fucking the branches off of it, and you can even see some of the fruit that would have been on the tree right here, and other pieces that would have been hanging off. And then you compare that to some of the other depictions of the tree of life. I mean, they're remarkably similar, and it just leads me to believe that if all these other ancient civilizations, had depictions of the tree of life or the tree of knowledge, good and evil, whatever, why wouldn't Nazca, Peru? I mean, it just makes sense to me. And I'm like saying that this is definitely a design of. I'm going to say it's a tree of life. I can't tell you. I mean, what else does it look like it resembles? But I'm telling you, this is the whole design right here. It's all one piece. It's not just a bunch of squiggly lines and just nonsense. It's actually something. And I'm saying it's a motherfucking tree of life, man. But Cupid, what are your thoughts, man?
Well, if I'd have looked at that before seeing your video, I don't think I'd have made anything out really, because just underneath it you've got like the wavy lines that look as though they're maybe the tail feather of a bird, and I think that would have thrown me off. But seeing it where you've pointed it out, it does resemble a tree.
Right? And not only a tree, but I mean, like, the way they depict the tree of life, how it has almost like the stalk of it is real straight, and then the branches are all kind of crazy with some fruit hanging off of them. Let me see if I can find a picture of it real quick.
And hey to our boy in the background there.
What's up?
Hey to our guy in the background there.
Ben, Cupid saying what's up. If I could get this stupid thing to move, I got so many things open that it ain't fucking running right. Come on, you piece of shit.
Yeah, for me, while you're trying to do this as well, your microphone's going really crackly. But I don't think it's an
Is
issue
it?
with your microphone. I think it's because of a bandwidth thing, you know, with having multiple programs open,
Yeah,
whatever.
probably. Let me find a good depiction of it, like one I was talking about. All right, kind of like this. All right. So let's see here. You know what? Let me shut off a bunch of my YouTube stuff and stuff I have open right now. Got like a million tabs open. I just want to make sure I keep the. All right, there we go. Fuck, I lost the chats. Damn it. Oh wait, no, I still got the chats up. All right, perfect. All right, so then let me close this down. All right. Is the voice sounding any better, Cupid?
It still sounds the same at the moment. But
Fuck.
when everybody says to you, oh, you've gone dead roboty, you always end up changing your microphone after about 30 or 40 seconds. And right before you change it, it goes all right. I think it's...
All right, I'm changing it
Yeah,
again.
you're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
Is it? God damn it.
Now, I don't know whether that was before you changed it or not.
I was just getting ready to change it, and it did it. It went back to perfect. All right, good.
It seems to catch up after about 30 or 40 seconds or something.
All right, good. So it's good to go. All right. Let me share my screen again. And let's shoot this one. All right, and boom. All right, so can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Do you see the tree of life?
Yeah, and it
Okay.
does resemble that drawing.
See how it's got the stalk right here? It's like straight, and then it's got kind of like the squiggly arms with the fruit at the end of it. All right, and then I like how it even has like the bag at the end. But and then, I mean, you take a look at that, and then you compare it to the you compare it to this. You can see how it's got the straight stalk right in the middle. Then the squiggly lines. It's even got some of the fruit on the end of it, of the branches. I'm telling you, that's the tree of life, dude. I mean, look at that, man.
Yeah, on that depiction, how many branches have we got on it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 branches on that one.
Well, they all have a bunch of different branches on them. See, this is a depiction of it in Mexico, you know, but still, like, looks rather similar, you know, like, and here's another, this is like the main depiction of it. See, it's got that stucky, it's almost like a fucking brass pipe or something, you know, and these things are like kind of growing off of it. I mean, that's what, I mean, I'm telling you, dude, I really think that that's it. I could be wrong, of course, obviously, but, I mean, it just seems to me to make sense, especially with every culture around the world depicting a tree of life, you know, or a tree of knowledge of good and evil, you know. Well, what are your guys' thoughts? What up, DB Cooper? Renee Cruz, what's going on? Leroy Jenkins, Paul. What are your guys' thoughts, man? What else we got here? Forerunner, what's up? Ricky Eldridge, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, you gotta check out that video, definitely, Ricky. It's an excellent video, man. What up, Shermanator? Doing good? Okay, looks like I got everybody. James, obviously.
Yeah, James has just gone to watch the video. I'll be interested to see what he thinks when he gets back.
I think the video really kind of fucking like sells it, you know, like you can really see it with all the comparisons of all the different trees of life, and they're from all over, you know, all over the near Middle East, and you know, like I said before, you know, Assyria, Babylon, ancient Egypt, Sumeria. I mean, they central Mexico. They all depict the tree of life. So why not the Peruvians? You know, the Paracas. And not only that, but then at the end of the video, I also make it a point to let people know about how they have found mummies in Egypt that had cocaine in their pockets and in their system and stuff like that. Stuff that came from the Americas with like they found nicotine and cocaine in their system, which came from the Americas. So they had to have some kind of contact with the Americas. And that was in, you know, ancient Egypt. And then not only that, but the Fuente Magna Bowl, which was found in Bolivia, which, I mean, back in the day, fucking Bolivia and Peru were the same fucking country, you know? But the Fuente Magna Bowl in Bolivia, I mean, that's a prayer bowl that's inscribed with Sumerian, Proto-Sumerian cuneiform text, you know? So, and it's actually a Sumerian prayer that's written into it in cuneiform. And this was found in fucking Bolivia. So how did it get there? Well, somebody had to either bring it there or make it there. And if they made it there, they had to understand and know how to read and write ancient Sumerian. So with that being said, why wouldn't they also, you know, couldn't the depiction of the Tree of Life have come over to Peru and to Nazca, and they could have depicted this in the Nazca lines? Seems plausible to me. What up, James?
What's up, man? Damn, I think you're onto something, man. I can't believe nobody's noticed that before, man.
It's because it looks like a bunch of fucking scribble. And like Cuvid was saying, is that the end of it, it looks like it has a tail or something on it, you know, but that's actually a separate line that's just next to it, that's underneath it. But it makes it look like they're all together. And once you put those two together, it makes them all look like just a bunch of nonsense scribbly lines. But if you can go and look up maps of all the geoglyphs of Nazca, and they have each one like printed out and they show you exactly where they are and everything. And this is not on any of the maps. It's not considered part of like the Nazca lines, you know? It's like a design. They don't even consider it a real design. It's just a bunch of scribbles, you know? And I'm saying it is a fucking design. It's a fucking tree. In fact, it's this fucking sacred tree.
Yeah, you're right. And the squiggly lines that you're talking about at the bottom, I've seen those like on other places there before, that like loopy, like looks like almost like a foot or a wing or something. But I never noticed that tree before. I've never heard anybody talk about it. That's cool shit. Exactly.
I mean, the lines below it that Cuvid was mentioning, they actually look reminiscent of what's on that so-called whale. That's just a few yards away from the sacred tree or whatever. You know, I don't know. You guys think that's a fucking whale?
I don't know. It looks more like a bird.
I mean, it looks like a fucking dude's hands, kind of like on a little fat dude or something, you know? I mean, I don't know how they get a whale out of that, but
it ain't even nothing like a fucking whale.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, they knew how to draw a fucking monkey fine, but they can't draw a whale, dude. I mean, I don't know, but
they're not even by the ocean anyway.
You know? Well, I mean, Nazca's not too far. It is on the coast, you know, so they would have seen like killer whales and stuff. But I mean, like, where's its fucking fin? I mean, like a killer whale has like a 6 foot tall fin, dude. Where's its fucking fin?
Where did they come up with that? It's a whale anyway. Who said that?
Oh, I don't know. And this is supposedly a new discovery, even though I've seen this fucking geoglyph a million times. It's supposedly a new discovery, you know, that, or they just figured out it's a fucking whale or something, you know. Paul says, "What's up, Ben?"
Hey, how you doing, Paul?
They did a mass spectral test on the mummy hair and found more than coke in it. Everything you mentioned, and a few MDT traces, or MDMT, I think he means. T. All right. Oh yeah. So if they found DMT. If that's the case, so if they found nicotine, cocaine, and DMT, I mean, you know, you're going to get DMT from what? Ayahuasca, you know? So it's like fucking, you're going to get DMT from ayahuasca. What else what else is going to contain DMT? Nothing in fucking the Near Middle East that I know of contains it. I mean, is there some kind of peyote out there that might, you know, do they have a fucking hallucinogenic cactus out there maybe in Sumeria,
Probably.
You know?
Never know.
They might, you know. I have no idea, man. But
who knows what grew back then?
To my knowledge,
you know, a lot. And who knows what grew back then? You know, different types of plants and stuff, because everything's evolved into different types of plants from what they were.
You know, but I mean, they have a pretty good idea of like where certain plants can and can't
right,
grow.
like cocaine came from Peru.
Like cocaine, you know, can't grow over there. You know, it's like fucking like avocados only grow one place in the entire planet. You know, because they can only grow there and no place else for some fucking weird reason. You know, but so they got a pretty good idea about most of that stuff, at least for the past couple thousand years.
Do you think the guy who was in charge of them drawing the whale was maybe either stoned or just a piss poor artist? Because I'm looking at that.
It was a
picture now, and
fucking. He was a town drunk, dude. Duh.
It does
He
not
was a
look like
town
a whale.
drunk, obviously, man. This guy was a fucking asshole.
I make pretty picture too.
Yeah, exactly. That's you know, dude. He was like the clan's fucking retard, you know, just fucking. He's just a real shitty artist, I guess, man. They're like, draw a whale. He's like, yeah. Well, like no one can see it, so he's like, trust me, it's a fucking whale. I drew it. All right.
How'd my picture look? Jesus, it looks great. Great.
You know, there was actually some other cool little Nazca lines and stuff and that I found on there that are far away from Nazca. But they're still like that, you know, are still obviously someone from Nazca drew them or created them. Even some weird like circles and stuff that I was finding out there. I meant to put that in the video, but I forgot. So
Definitely cool though.
Shermanator saying it's widely known and used there. What is? Oh, maybe San Pedro cactus. They have that out in the Middle East. And the San Pedro cactus contain DMT? I have no idea. What the fuck is San Pedro cactus? Is that like peyote or?
That's what they used to make hot sauce out of.
Have you guys ever gotten high on San Pedro? I'm just saying.
Not me.
You know?
Dude, that's cool. You're using that Google Earth like that.
The lotus flower, I just found it. What about the lotus flower, Netty Voyager?
What? Hey,
I thought of a cactus too, Sherman. That's because I said cactus, you fuck.
hey, what kind of fruit do you think that was the tree of life? Like it's like that pine cone looking thing. What do you think that is representing? What kind of fruit?
I don't know. I really think that possibly the fruit may have been some kind of is it possible that it was some kind of you know, elixir of life, some kind of a fruit that fucking actually made humans live forever, made you live incredibly fucking long lives. Perhaps like back in the day when people lived 1,000 years or whatever they said, you know, because people were able to eat this fucking fruit. And perhaps this fruit or whatever was in fact killed off and, you know, was eventually just wiped out from overusage or something.
It says in the Bible that like when Adam and Eve thing went on, you know, and they ate of the tree, that he destroyed the garden, you know, and he sent them away from it.
Well, he sent them away from the you know, and he actually had two cherubs, which were two angels that guarded the entrance with flaming swords. So like you would have had one hell of a time going back into the garden because you had to fight two angels with flaming swords. It was probably the last thing you want to fight, you know? Oh,
and also I read one thing one time that it was like the Garden of Eden was supposed to be like where Mesopotamia is. And you know where the two rivers right there, the Tigris and I can't remember the
Euphrates.
Right. And over time they know from like satellite photos that they can see where the rivers at one time were in a different area, you know, and bigger. So and there's I think there's like a water like a little sea or something right by that. They say that they found some like where a town was at one time. So it might all be buried underneath the water there, you know.
You know what? Those two rivers, you know, the Tigris and the Euphrates, you know, they ran out of the Garden of Eden, but there was in fact two more rivers that ran out of it. 4 rivers flood from that sprang up from the Garden of Eden. And in fact, this is gonna blow you guys away, man. but they believe all four rivers started in guess where, Cupid?
Motherfucking Turkey.
Motherfucking Turkey, dude. They believe that all four rivers actually started in motherfucking Turkey, dude. Can you believe that shit?
That's where Eden is.
Always, dude.
And the
Yes,
Sumerians.
or the Garden of Eden. And if you look at Turkey and some of, I mean, it looks like the fucking Garden of Eden, you know? I mean, like fucking when you see some of these fucking places around there, dude. Yeah, see, Coop's got it, man. Fucking motherfucking Turkey, dude. So, like, 2 of the rivers run through Iraq, but there were actually 4 rivers, and both of those rivers start in Turkey. And so they believe the 2 other rivers actually started in fucking Turkey, man, which would make Turkey the Garden of Eden, dude.
And the Sumerians, it's just weird that they have similar stories, but just a little bit different than what the Bible has. You know, like the Great Flood, but their flood was only 6 days, not 40.
Yeah, you know, like they're a lot of their stuff from the Old Testament is actually from, you know, Sumerian text and shit, like, you know, the Epic of Gilgamesh and other Zoroastrian religions, you know, had spoke about the same, like a lot of the same stuff, like Noah and the Ark and you know, just shit like that. So of course everybody has a fucking flood myth, dude. What up, New Earth? How you doing, buddy? What's up, Turkey? That's right, man. New Earth, you might not know it yet, but we are dead set that I am dead set that the birthplace of civilization is from motherfucking Turkey, dude. I do a number of videos on it. I think they're wrong when they say it started in Mesopotamia, you know, in fucking Iraq or whatever. I think they're in fact wrong. And I think the first civilization started out in fucking Turkey. I mean, there's just so much fucking evidence. I mean, look at like a Göbekli Tepe, you know, it was what they did, 12,500, 13,000 years old. I mean, that's 7,000 years before the first civilization began. Yet they have a giant megalithic site there. It's like, don't you think it would take a civilization to build that fucking site? You know, I mean, I'm just fucking saying, dude. You know, I doubt some fucking hunter-gatherers were building these megalithic constructions. You know, I'm just saying, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this shit. What you're talking about now, man, that's my shit, man.
Planet X causes the cataclysms, i.e. floods and 9-point earthquakes. No, Planet X does not. Okay. Fucking Nibiru is fucking flat, dude. Duh, just like Earth. I'm just fucking with you. But no, Nibiru is not fucking real, dude. Don't fucking fall for that bullshit, man. You know, I never understood that, dude. You know, I mean, okay, James, what's your thoughts on Zachariah Stitchin?
I don't think that like Nibiru to me is Jupiter.
Is Jupiter?
Yeah, I think they're talking about Jupiter, the king planet.
It's very possible, you know.
That's what I kind of looked into a lot of that, and I don't see some planet that comes into our atmosphere, you know, how many thousands of years they're trying to say and all that.
600-year elliptical orbit.
But to me, because Jupiter's one of our brightest stars in our sky, you know. And they were able to see that with their naked eye. So that's just my assumption that it's definitely Jupiter that the Sumerians were talking about.
Yeah, you know, and it very well could be, man. You know, it's a black star. It's a dead moon. Is it a star or is it a moon? Which one? Nettie Voyager. Fuck.
Planet, actually. It's a planet, a gas giant.
Is it? Oh, it's a planet now. Excuse me. Okay, so it's a planet. It's a star. It's a moon.
No, it's a gas giant. You know, Jupiter.
You know, I mean, I think if anything, you know, like if Nibiru existed at one time, you know, possibly it was destroyed, and that's the fucking asteroid belt. You know, so. Yeah, Sean, tell us what Nibiru is, dude. What's Nibiru? A brown dwarf. No, it's not a brown dwarf, dude. We'd be able to measure the gravitational effects of it, dude. And you know, the so-called fucking other planets that they claim that they find, these are just fucking like deviations in their fucking in the gravity where they're getting odd anomalies for their measurements and shit. But any of these objects exist beyond fucking Pluto, beyond the solar system. You know, a lot of them are found even in the Kuiper belt and don't fucking count, dude, and aren't fucking planets, man.
But isn't Jupiter like almost like a dwarf star in a way because it's a gas giant? It just never would developed into a star.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, at one time it could have turned into a star, but it in fact did not. You know. But a brown dwarf star, we would definitely know that once you're a star, you're so dense and you're so fucking heavy that we would be able to calculate its gravitational effects on the rest of the planets in the solar system. You know,
that zombie star.
it has caused protrusions in planetary orbits. No, it fucking has not, dude. All right, not enough for them to say that there is a fucking brown dwarf star in our own solar system, dude. It's just not. It's not true, man.
Free Pluto.
You know.
Hashtag free Pluto. Nice one, Alex.
Say it again, Cupid. We couldn't hear you.
Alex has just put up hashtag free Pluto.
Hashtag free Pluto. Last days, I'd say, but people aren't ready to know the Nibiru truth. Yeah, that's what all fucking Nibiru fucking people say, dude, you know. But the only thing that they don't know is science. That's the one thing they don't fucking know, dude, you know, is science. That's the one thing they just kind of like, all right. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what Sean says. He says, let's hear it. Hey, people aren't ready to hear the Nibiru truth. Why? Do you know it? Let's fucking hear it. Last days. Let's hear the Nibiru truth. He's joking. See, good. Thank God. Some of these fucking Nibiru people, man, they coming on here. I've seen video where people, for real, you guys, I've seen video where people were looking at web cameras and saying, that's fucking Nibiru up in the corner. And I was like, no, that's a spider in front of the fucking lens, dude. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? They're like, no, it's the Nibiru. I'm like, no, it's a fucking like red belly spider, dude. What are you talking about, Nibiru? God, you're such an asshole, dude.
Have you seen all the videos that the cameraman does on Nibiru where people are taking, you know, these webcams and they're showing Nibiru coming across next to the sun and all this like?
Oh God, all the fucking lens flares and shit.
Yeah, and they're very, very clever the way they show Nibiru by the sun, but they always turn it off right before it actually goes into the camera lens. You know, how does that work? You can actually see the light in the camera lens. Nibiru, which has just gone past the sun and being as big as the sun, has suddenly shrunk and has decided to go inside the camera lens. Yeah, nice one, guys. That's scientific.
Okay, what I don't understand is why is that even a question? All right, because it's like you're telling me you can only see Nibiru with your camera. Apparently, Nibiru is invisible to human eyes for some fucking reason, dude. I mean, fucking, you know, apparently God came down and made it fucking invisible to human eyes. Although Nikon and Canon, they can see fucking a Nibiru just fine, all right? Coolpix can make out Nibiru just fine, but human eyes cannot, dude, all right? Kodak can see Nibiru all day long, but not human eyes, man. Fuck you, dude. Just like the NASA rocket launches, I can't see what that last word is, gets up there, then cuts to CGI. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, when they say that shit, dude. Yeah, you know, they're like, oh, yeah, dude, the rocket just goes up and then comes back down, and then it's all CGI. Yeah, it's all fake, dude. Every fucking NASA picture is fake, dude. Can I ask you something, Cupid? What the fuck is wrong with the world today?
They don't smoke enough weed.
What happened, dude?
They don't smoke enough weed. We've got too
Apparently,
many
dude, I'm
feminists.
fucking gonna have to start
We've got
passing out
too-
weed to motherfuckers, dude, because you guys are fucking sick in the head, dude. Say flat Earth, fucking Nibiru, fucking nonsense, man. People just don't use science or their brain anymore, you know. Well, when it gets here, remember I told you it was real, not yeah, right. You know, it's like, hey, when it gets here, you know what, dude? When it gets here, I'll say I was wrong, you were right. Good for you. But now, when are you guys going to say it to me when it doesn't get here? All right. Because apparently Nibiru was supposed to be here like 46 times already. And every single time something has happened and fucking they push the date back and they push it back. And it's like, give me a fucking break, dude.
Well, it was supposed to be here at the just back here at the beginning of September. And when that didn't happen, it was because they got the date wrong. They meant the end of September. Then they meant, no, sorry. We meant the beginning of November.
Correct.
For fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ, dude. You know, it's always fucking something. I'll go along with Nibiru for free weed. That's right, Ricky. Everything you have been told is bullshit. So why do you think you understand what is really going on? Well, see, not everything you've been told is bullshit. See, that's the problem. When you think everything that you've been told is bullshit, you're actually ignoring fucking science. You're ignoring the truth, and you're believing your own delusions or someone else's own delusions. You're not using science. See, like when you know how to do math, all right, you can make these calculations on your own. You don't need somebody they don't need anyone to you didn't need NASA to prove the earth was round. All right. We knew the earth was round 500 years ago. All right. Because we understand math. So any person who knows how to do fucking math can tell you. In fact, we knew how many planets existed in the solar system well before we ever found them. Well before we found Uranus, before we found Neptune, before we found Pluto, we knew that these planets existed because of mathematical equations. We were able to predict them. We were able to predict the gravitational effects on our planet, and we were able to calculate that these planets should in fact exist. And that's how you find such a small planet like Pluto, because we were able to calculate exactly where it should be. And finally, when we had telescopes powerful enough, we made that prediction, and sure enough, whoop, there comes fucking Pluto floating by. See, that's how, man. 90% is bullshit then. No, it's not, dude. You know, that's the problem, man. You're the people who are telling you that shit, they're the bullshit. You get it? They're the people that are lying to you. You know, it's fucking, it's not science. It's some dude on fucking YouTube that's lying to you, not fucking science, man. You know, that's what people got to fucking get over, dude. You know, they got to get over the whole, you know, fucking, you know, everything is fake news and it's all bullshit and it's everything's fucking been lied to and all that stuff. No, you fucking have it, you know? And yes, there is some shit you're going to be lied to about. Yeah. You know, that's fucking a fact of life, man. But not everything. I'd say most likely it's 10%, 90% is the fucking real deal. If you just pay attention, if you listen to your fucking math teacher, if you pay attention in geometry, if you pay attention in physics and quantum mechanics or fucking anything, you know, fucking it teaches you, you know.
My dad used to always tell me, you know, I'm sure you heard it too, that we're always 20 years behind in technology from the military. That's military,
true.
Yeah,
that's the same thing, right?
You know, because in fact, not only like the military we're about 20 years behind, but DARPA actually tries to make it around 40 years ahead of us. So any technology that DARPA is releasing now, or that DARPA has right now, is 40 years more advanced. That's what they tried. That's what they aim for, you know. Is a 40 year or 30 or 40 years like advancement over the technology we have currently. And so I mean it's quite impressive. So yes, it's not that they have access to an understanding of science that's not available to the public. I don't believe that. What it is they have access to technology and unlimited funds where any experiment that you would like to attempt can be done. And when you're able to do that, your understanding of science and their understanding of stuff, it widens, it opens up, it grows. So, that's I mean, that's really how it works. So you got these guys who are able to build these incredible, like stealth craft and shit like that, because they get to work with the technology and they get to work with that allows them to create stuff like that. But if you're stuck in a fucking high school science lab, you're not going to be able to create that stuff. You don't have the means of it. You don't have the, you can't have the experience of, going step by step and failing all the times to get to where it takes to understand it.
I also heard that like the Android phones, that the guy that made that and developed that had all the Android phones that we got, even past the 8. He had that from the beginning, and he just releases one every year, So he sold the company or whatever with all the Android programs already written.
No,
so it ain't like every year he's creating one.
Android's owned by Google, but Android is open source. All right. So open source means it can be changed by anybody. Anybody can go in and get the code for Android and write an Android program. And they do that. And that's what makes Android so fucking awesome as compared to Apple or whatever, which costs money for fucking everything. Android rocks because everything's usually free because it's open source. And when it's open source and everybody gets to come in and write their own, that's why like you can get so many different apps developed through Google, a lot more than you can through like iPhone or whatever, because it's open source. Anybody can come in there, take the code and write whatever they want. And in fact, they make the phones, that's why Android phones all have developer options. So you can be a developer and you can go and create your own stuff with it, So that's how the Android system works, I love fucking Android, dude.
Me too.
Apple,
No, Apple
even though I'm
suck.
pretty sure Android basically stole this shit from Apple, but
oh well, it's better. It's way easier.
You saying dude had it developed all along? Yeah, no, I don't think anyone had it developed all along, because it's not just one dude, And then you got companies like Samsung who go and they take Android and they write their own format with it. And then you have companies like Amazon. Look at Amazon's Android. It's still Android, but it ain't fucking like any other Android. It's a fucking whacked out shit fucking version of Android, man. You can't go on Google Play. You can't fucking do half the shit you want, but they still use it because it's like the best operating system, but they make it so it all runs off just Amazon shit, but it's open source. So you're allowed to do that.
Like if you're using a Windows program and you don't have Android, I tried downloading one of those simulators and using it. Boy, it sucked because the Android was so slow on the simulator compared to like if it was an Android device. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. So
I got rid of it. Plus, it was spamming the shit out of me.
Nutty Voyager, did you hear the other day they injected a mummy into the LHC? Like, what the fuck was that all about? They injected a mummy into the Large Hadron Collider. What the fuck are you talking about, Nutty Voyager? You gotta be.
That must be that medical
just
shit.
The sound of that, all right, just the sound of that. I'm gonna call bullshit. I don't understand where do you gain by shoving a mummy in the Large Hadron Collider? First of all, I'm pretty sure it would destroy the Large Hadron Collider. Second of all, I don't think you could actually get a mummy into it. It's a tuning tube, it holds fucking particles that they're sending around at the speed of light, dude, so it's like, it's a tuning tube within a magnetic field. It's not like you could shove a fucking mummy in there, dude. It's not like, you see the construction pictures of it, so you think it's like some big fucking tube. It is not, dude. All right, those are tuning tubes and electronics and magnets and stuff, man. It's fucking very, very small though, dude. They launched him like Spock And yeah, like launched him into outer space like Spock. Ha! Yeah, Ricky, I'm gonna agree with you, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's fucking with us.
He went to Orion's belt.
They could put a mummy in there. How? How are you gonna put a mummy in there? How would you keep that thing from not fucking complete? How would you make it run first? You know, with a mummy in the way, it's not. It's gonna fucking the particles are gonna get stopped. You know, so it wouldn't do what it's supposed to do.
And you guys got to see that movie, Other Life. Have you seen that yet?
Other life. What is that?
I thought it was going to be about like an alien movie or something, right? That's why I had downloaded it. But what it's about is they use biological code. They use like these 3D printers because this girl's brother, he drowned and he's in a coma. So she wants to create a program that can make him think that he didn't drown to wake him up from the coma. So what she does, she writes code, and then and it comes out in a 3D printer in a liquid form. So it's biological code, and she drops it into her eye, and then she has like these things on her frontal lobes that the computers pick up, and it's like going down into a rabbit hole. It simulates like you could be base jumping or skydiving, or it's a badass movie. It threw me off because it's not what I expected. You know what I mean? But
That's kind of cool, man.
it's a cool theory. Imagine that biological code, and you know, through a 3D printer.
What up, Snooch? How you doing, buddy? Snooch is saying, I would generally like to thank each and every one of you for your love and support and your prayers. Yes, sir.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got it, buddy. That's you, Snooch. You're the man, brother. Good. So she's doing better?
That's good to hear.
That's very good to hear, man. Excellent, dude. Did the flat earther dude fly in his Evil Knievel rocket ship? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he killed himself.
Hey, Kyle, do you think that tree of life, like they're like all trees have seeds, right? That maybe there's a seed that like the kings and stuff had put in a container. Maybe it's buried, and someday we'll find a seed to it.
I would love to believe that. I
Wouldn't
would
that be
love
cool?
to have a tree of life, and you know, who the fuck was that?
Yeah, somebody's got a bleeping sound going on there.
Was that you guys or was that me?
It wasn't me.
Wasn't us.
I don't know, man.
It's that mummy returning.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to get off here so my girl can get dressed for work, man. Damn, dude, Snooch, you just got on here too, man. Shit, dude. Well, I'm glad to hear that your mom's doing good, man. Good for her, dude. And oh yeah, hey man, fucking no problem, buddy. All right, everybody, fucking I will be doing another live again later. I don't know if I'll actually be doing. I want to try to do the drone flight, but I don't know if I did it this morning. Fucking really work, as you could see. If anyone went and saw the video, is only like a minute long, even though I was like recording for like 15 minutes. That's because it was all just kept fucking up on me. So I doubt they'll do it, you know. Unboxing video, bro. Yeah, fucking, you better believe it when it gets here. Nothing. All right, Netty Voyager, have fun, buddy. Yeah, you better believe a fucking unboxing video, man. That's gonna be sweet, dude. Well, fuck, dude. Yeah, okay, so, well, Snooch, did you see the last video that I did? Make sure you go and check it out and give me your thoughts on it. Tell me what you think, dude. Because I'm pretty sure I fucking nailed that one, dude. You know, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Cool find, Kyle. Cool find.
We fucking nailed that, dude. You know, I'm telling you, dude. Fucking, I don't think anyone has put that together. That is a fucking tree of life. or tree of knowledge of good and evil, whatever. It's one of the two, man. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here so I can let my girl get dressed. But make sure you guys come and join me again tonight for my live hangouts, which I'm going to try to do at around. I'm going to try to do it around 7 o'clock. I'm going to try to do it a little earlier this time, so we'll try around that. And negative, I'm just getting on. All right, yeah. Fucking definitely check it out, Snooch. It's awesome. And oh, and Cooper, Coop already knows this. Alex already knows this, but I'm trying to get a hangout with Snooch and Cooper. So if you guys want to fucking hit me up, I don't know, sometime when you got free time. I don't know if maybe tonight will be better. I know it's like you're probably on lunch now or something. So I don't know. Try, you know, and hey, what the fuck happened to you last night, Alex? You fuck. You know, Alex hit me up last night. He's like, hey, what are you doing, man? I said, I'm working on a new video. He's like, what are you working on? I'm like, I got to show you, dude. This is going to be fucking awesome. He's like, all right, cool, man. I'm going to hit you back in like 15 minutes. I'm like, sweet. Nothing, dude. I'm fucking, this is the first time I've seen him until fucking today, dude. You fuck. You're open tonight? All right, Alex. Good, you fucker, dude. Because I was like, what the fuck happened to you last night, man? All right. And Snooch, I'll give you a call when I get done here. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Thank you guys. James, thanks for joining me. Cubid, as always, thanks for joining me, brother. And I will see you guys tonight around 7 p.m. Pacific time. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share this shit, fucking share everything. Of course it's your fault. God damn it, Alex. Some folks came through. Sorry, bro. No problem. You know, I'm just giving you a hard time, brother. You know that, man. I give a fuck, dude. In fact, dude, after like 5 minutes, I forgot that you were supposed to even fucking hit me up. So it doesn't matter, man. All right, cool, Snooch. I'll talk to you in a little bit, brother. And I will see you guys tonight, 7 o'clock, all right, Pacific time. All right, everybody. UFO proof out. All right, bye, you guys.